I just got f***ing perma-banned.
575 to 478.
Go ahead, 575.
The streamers are live and currently exploiting request permission to issue a permanent ban.
You have a go 575. Enjoy.
Roger that, and thank you.
These cheaters have been punished by the men and women from Ricochet. All streamers are guilty until proven innocent.
Remember Breadman? The same guy who played horrible on LAN during the World Series of Warzone while playing with Jowo, and the cheater Limax, who was caught with Phantom overlay on his PC prior to attending the event. I've been digging through his social media to find footage of his LAN gameplay. But here's the thing, it's all gone. Completely wiped. I checked his Twitch, nothing. His YouTube? Also nothing. The entire final has been scrubbed. The only thing I found was a weak attempt to explain why he spent most of the game hiding behind a riot shield. They were terrified, and I mean terrified, to move around the map. But that's what happens when you've spent an entire year relying on things like Artiswar audio, third-party apps to boost aim assist, and mouse macros for anti-recoil. This is what LAN exposes. They go tone deaf. They can't hear anything, and they're scared to take any fights in case they get shot in the back. They play like rats. Picture this. A global final, advertised as showcasing the best players in the world. Yet they're all hiding behind riot shields, afraid to rotate, and unable to control recoil. It's just another embarrassing reminder of how weak this scene really is. Let's take a serious moment to reflect on what we are witnessing and how it represents a much deeper issue that continues to hurt Warzone as a whole. You are currently watching FaZe Swag, one of the biggest names in the Warzone scene, playing side by side with someone who has been permanently banned for cheating in the very game they profit from. Not accused of cheating. Not banned temporarily. Not caught up in some random mistake or glitch. No, this is Adrian, a player who has received a permanent ban for using cheat software, something that does not happen lightly and certainly does not happen by accident. Let that settle for a moment because it is serious. We are talking about someone who was removed from the game entirely for breaking the rules at the highest level, and yet here he is back in a match with major streamers acting like nothing ever happened. This is not a mistake or something small that can be ignored. This is something that undermines the credibility of the competitive Warzone scene in a way that cannot be overstated. These same streamers spend all year talking about how cheating is ruining the game, how they are tired of it, how it makes the game unplayable, yet here they are playing with someone who was permanently removed for doing exactly that. This isn't just about one match or one stream, it's about the fact that Warzone is being turned into a space where cheaters can be accepted again if they know the right people. No one should accept that, not the players, not the fans, and certainly not the developers who claim they are fighting for competitive fairness. You cannot talk about how cheating is ruining Warzone and then queue up with someone who was banned for cheating as if it means nothing. This is not just disrespectful to the game, but it is an insult to every single honest player who has spent time building their skill legitimately. This should be a moment where everyone stops and really thinks about the direction this scene is heading, because if this kind of thing becomes normal, there will be no real competition left at all. You are watching FaZe Swag play with a player who was permanently banned for using cheats, and yet everyone is silent, pretending like it never happened and hoping no one will say anything. Streamers need to be held accountable when they turn a blind eye to cheating, especially when they continue to cry about how cheating is the biggest problem in the game. You cannot have it both ways, and this kind of hypocrisy is slowly killing the competitive side of Warzone whether people want to admit it or not. This is exactly why so many people are losing faith in Warzone, because when cheaters are banned and still welcome back, nothing is real anymore. The streamers are continuing to cheat by circumventing the matchmaking. They use dummy accounts like this guy, using an account named Botavius4th, and another account named Botavius3rd. I am told he has many more. This is a gateway into the children's lobbies. It's absolutely disgraceful. I am told that this guy often boosts other streamers, such as Jowo and more. How Activision stand back and let these streamers humiliate Ricochet live on stream is something I will never understand. Get these people banned, just like the developers from Splitgate 2. They will not allow people to boost into games, using dummy accounts like 2boxing. And people try and claim the streamers are holding the fort for fair gaming. What a load of rubbish.
Well, I finally did it, guys. We finally joined the 60 club on Rebirth Island. Game 1 of this video is a 60 kill win without getting a single death. Game 2 of this video was a 57 kill game that I got before the 60, which was my PR for about an hour.
Streamers have inflated their stats to such an extreme that now, in order to maintain the illusion of high skill gameplay, many of them resort to cheating just to drop high kill games. When these clowns queue into regular matchmaking without any manipulation, they're quickly hit with a reality check. This is what happens when you artificially boost your stats. The game places you in the highest skill bracket, expecting you to compete with equally skilled players. The so-called top-tier streamers, who are actually horrendously bad at the game, are forced to 2-box again, running second accounts or reverse boosting, just so they can farm players who don't shoot back. The reality is, they're not highly skilled. They're incredibly low average players who have leaned on exploits, manipulated matchmaking, and third-party tools to maintain an image that isn't real. Take Rebirth Island for example. A huge chunk of their kill count comes from players parachuting back in, players who aren't even properly in the game yet. And let's be honest, Rebirth attracts a very young audience. The lobbies are mostly filled with 12-year-olds, and groups of school friends. I'll never understand why some streamers feel the need to flex high kill games on Rebirth, 2-boxing or not. The mode is casual, chaotic, and filled with players who aren't taking the game seriously. When the Esports World Cup came around, you didn't see a single one of these so-called Rebirth demons anywhere near the competitive scene, and there's a reason for that. Most of them are permanently banned. But that's a topic for another video I'm working on. These Warzone streamers have trash-talked this game for the last 8 months. They have labeled it the worst Call of Duty in history. Many of them have stated the game is completely dead. They have blamed the developers, the anti-cheat and even hacker hunters. They have made it no secret that Call of Duty, especially Warzone, is a broken mess. They have all said they're done with this game, and they are actively looking for a new game. Fear not, Call of Duty have sent them all a very expensive care package. I have some great news for you all. The cheating streamers are back, and they love Call of Duty again. And all it took was some free goodies. These frauds have no backbone. But why? Why would Call of Duty send all these streamers expensive items, laptops, controllers, coolers and everything else, when they spend their entire time trash-talking the game? And then, it all became very clear. I finally got my answer.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.